What's going on, guys? Corey Jewett, aka Juju here. Just a little DIY for you again. Just a random one. Changing oil. Some people change their own oil. Some people don't. Some people are scared of it. Some people aren't. Whatever. It's really simple to do. It's cheaper than having it done. And if you do it yourself, you know what's going on with your truck at all times. I've had a leak going on, and I kind of looked at where it's coming from, and it looks like it's coming from around the oil filter seal. So maybe the seal wasn't set right, or maybe it was like creased or something. I don't know, but it's a real slow leak. My pressure has been fine. It's just now starting to show a little bit of higher pressure, and I'm a little bit low on oil, down to the last little hole. Actually, it's been sitting here for a second now. Probably go ahead and check it. Yeah, it's down pretty low. So check it and do this, and you can see that it is not even hitting. It's all the way down there. Now if you can see that, that's where it is. All the way down there. So not even to that first hole. So we're pretty low. We're under a quart, that's for sure. So open up. First we're gonna open up this cap so it's the air go through. Next, I'll be right with you. Okay, so next I grabbed the oil change kit from AutoZone. They're pretty basic, pretty inexpensive. Just grab the old STP filter. I think the kit was $24.99 for everything. It comes with 5 quarts of oil. I take 6 quarts of oil, so I had to buy 1 extra. But the dude got the price wrong. Apparently, I just get the regular old Pro formula and not the high mileage, and it was only on sale for the high mileage. But he went ahead and gave me the deal anyway, so I ended up at $24 something for, you know, six quarts of oil and the oil filter. So that's how much it cost me to do it. Anyway, let's climb underneath and get going. I'll see you under. Let's go. All right, so we're underneath the car, and like I said, I kind of looked around to see where the oil might be coming from. Let me switch it around so I can kind of show you right here. All right, so here's the oil drain plug right there. It looks all clean. I don't see any oil on it. No oil, no oil, no oil. Let me come over here. Excuse me while I crawl. And we look at the oil filter. Hold on, let me back up here. We look at the oil filter. We can see it's just like drenched with oil. And so what I do is just kind of follow the wetness of the oil. It's wet here, 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 here. And it seems to stop there. I don't see any on top. Let's see. Yeah, so there's none on top, but right there. So that's what leads me to believe it's the seal. All this is just from the pressure of the engine pushing it out. So we'll change this out. We'll look at the gasket on there, see if that's what it is, and then we'll clean this all off. Put the new one off, and then clean this all off, pressure wash it off, and then we'll be sure that that's not the problem. Time to take the old plug out, oil plug. Mine's a 15 millimeter. There it is. And I don't suspect there to be much oil in this, honestly. And once I get it loose, when you unscrew it, push against it so oil doesn't come out all over your hands. And when you take the screw, make sure it's all the way loose. Once you get, once it's off, it's all the way loose. See the oil coming off? And then lift up when you do it. Then you don't get oil all over yourself. There you go. There's the screw. let that drain. Okay, so my next move is I'm going to let the I'm going to take the oil filter off. It might be a little bit of a trick because it's slippery, but I'll get it off and let any existing like pressure or anything out, and it'll let a little bit more oil out, and then I will put the new oil filter on, put the drain plug back in, and put new oil in, and we'll go from there. So next move is oil filter. Let's go. Let's see if we can get the sucker off easily. I'm not guessing it's going to be that easy. I don't even see the seal on it. Oh my god. It's pretty oily. Slow patience. Virtue. There's not even a gasket on it. I don't think there's even a gasket on it. Wow. How did I miss that? Yeah, that is scrunched up. But you can see it's gonna pour oil. So that's why you put a bucket under it. Okay, go ahead and drain. Take it off. You don't flip it upside down, because it'll pour oil until you get it into wherever you're putting it. I'm putting it into this little bucket, so once I get it off, it's going straight down in there, because I want to check out the gasket. Straight down into the bucket, and then finish draining. My hands are soaked in oil. That's okay, because my driveway is not. So it's all gravy. Grab our new one, open that up, check it. I like these because they come with plastic on it. Make sure that it's pressed all the way down. It looks good. You can see this little blue mark. I don't know if you can see that, but let's see if we can get it to where you can. See that little blue mark right there? That right there usually says that it's got, it's glued into place. So let's hope that it is. An old trick to make sure that this doesn't stick to your engine, to your engine because of the heat, is to take some of this old oil right here and just wipe it right there on this gasket. That's just, you can even put some on the threads here. Doesn't hurt anything, and it just keeps it from sticking to your engine when it gets really hot. So anyway, let's go back under. Let's put this back on. Or first, we're going to put the drain plug back in, and then we're going to put this back on and fill it up with oil. Let's do it. You take your finger and just kind of wipe this extra oil off, and I just kind of put it on these threads here. Shoop. Go backwards until it falls into place, then go forwards. All right. I always do that just to make sure that it's fitting right. If you just start torquing it down with a wrench, you don't know if it's completely sitting correctly. You can cross thread it. The last thing you want to do is cross thread this sucker. So get that on, and this doesn't take, okay, that's tight, that's it, just a little snug. All right, now it's back on, and now we go to putting on our oil filter. Let's do it. We already put the old oil back on it. We'll go ahead and make sure, like I said, back screw, make sure it's on right, and you can see I spin it very easily, and it's spinning on, so that means it's on correctly. All the way on there. It's real fine thread, so it does take a few turns there, and you can do this with a wrench or not. Once it's tight, go back and get it all the way tight, and then almost like a quarter turn there. All right, so that's back on. We got our plug back in. Our next move is to go put our oil in. All right, be up top. All right, it's oil time. Time to put that new oil in. So let's flip you around and show you what's going on. So this is my engine compartment, obviously. This is the Chevy Silverado 2008. So here's my oil. Input area. Then we're gonna. I use a funnel just to keep it clean. And like I said, it takes 6 quarts, so it's good to go ahead and grab a rag. Okay, let me back you up here so you can see everything going on. It's good to go ahead and grab a rag. Okay, go ahead and make sure you got all the oil off. Pull this out and take a look at that, and that looks dry of oil. So we did a good job. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that out for now, because as the oil drips down this, it's gonna drip down past this, and it'll give you a kind of a wrong reading as you're going. All right, so we'll start with the big jug here. We'll go on from there. All right, you don't want to hold your filter up just a little bit. And the trick is, a lot of times people do it backwards. If you can flip your oil upside down, your oil container upside down, a lot of times you'll get less spillage. And slow is key. Start dumping fast, it starts doing that glunk 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 thing like that. If you do it slow, get a pretty steady stream. All right, now mine takes 6 quarts, so we got to grab the other one and go with that one. Now before we go ahead and go on with the 6th quart and final quart, we find where we're at. So if you need to put 5 1/2, or just put a half quart, 3/4 of a quart, 1/3 of a quart, whatever we know. So let's go ahead and put this in. It's not all the way, it's basically where that is. Don't shove it all the way in. Pull it out. We're gonna check it, see where our oil's at, and it looks like it's up to the 3rd hole. We want it all the way up here, and it's right. So we'll wipe that off, stick that back up here, get our next quart, and get going. Talking about, instead of pouring it this way, like this, it'll spill real fast. If you turn it this way and actually squeeze the bottle, it'll keep it from spilling. So squeeze and turn, and you can control that glump 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 thing it does. And once it's pouring evenly, you can kind of let go of that squeeze and pour it faster. Okay, and we're right, you can see, to the top. So we've got the perfect amount in it. All right, so we're good to go. Screw our cap back on, make sure everything's good. Get our tools out of the way, make sure nothing's in the engine compartment. Put the truck down. Boom. Done. I'm gonna make another video. If you want to watch it, it's gonna show how I determine whether I fixed that little bit of that leak that I thought was coming from the gasket. I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm gonna make sure by doing a little something to see if any oil comes from that area again, and if it does, then I know I've got an issue. If it doesn't, then I know I fixed it. So if you want to see that, check out my channel, subscribe, or just go check out my video in general. I'll link it to this in the link below. But anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck on your oil change. Every car is basically the same, except for Volkswagens and other German cars. Good luck with those. They have like canister oil filters. They're fun. You'll see if you have one. Other than that, y'all have a good one. My name's Juju. I'm out.